Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages. Right, in this segment, I know it's well, it doesn't really matter, but some people only do 3 videos a week, and I'm doing 3 videos within a morning. But anyhow, last week, I purchased that out of Aldi in Broxburn, West Lothian, Scotland. Special selection, strong and satisfying. Oh, I wouldn't say satisfying. 50 tea bags. Assam fine tea bags. A refreshing black tea with a distinct malty flavour. Basically and in essence, it's just pure black tea with Indian spices, like warm and aromatic. No quite as good as like the other Assam tea that I've tried before. That was more authentic because it had more going on about it. Don't know why I'm going to do this, but it's just like any other normal everyday tea bag. You would get that easily mixed up with oh god, what is it? Yorkshire tea. They're not bad. Nowhere near as good as the other one I tried, but overall trying Asian tea or Asian inspired tea is that I maybe put a tiny little bit too much milk in that one, but having it with or without milk, it's better to have it without milk so you can properly taste it. But I did type in once, do you traditionally put milk in Asian tea? And it said yes, but just a tiny wee dash. I mean, if you were to blindfold yourself and you didn't ken what flavour that was, you'd probably just expect it to be like a Yorkshire or Tetley, but like a strong version. There's just something else in the background note that makes it different. What's the ingredients? Place 1 bag into a mug. Pour freshly boiled water and allow to stand for 3 to 5 minutes until the desired strength. Add milk and sugar to taste. I would never ever add sugar anymore. Never ever. The last 2 times I've tried tea with sugar, it's been absolutely disgusting because the sugar's the only thing you can taste. Ah, God's sake. I mean, it's basically and in essence, it's not as good as the last Assam or Indian tea that I've tried before. Or it's not as good as ones I've tried in a all-you-can-eat restaurant or restaurant. But anyhow, it's just that, in my opinion, I maybe need to put a tiny little less milk in it next time. Maybe brew it for maybe 30 seconds longer. Aye, but what else was I got to say there? I was going to say something. No, I can't remember what I was going to say exactly, but I just wish there's an ingredients list. Anyway, basically and in essence, it's just the last one I had, when I make it very strong, it was an acquired taste. It was like drinking a very light but like aromatic and fragrant curry. Aye, but with like a background note of black tea. But because I've maybe put just a touch too much milk, I should have put that much less milk in it, then I could taste it a wee bit stronger. But at the end of the day, that just tastes exactly like a very strong, a cross between PG Tips and Yorkshire. It's nowhere near as good as Yorkshire. Aye, overall, Yorkshire's the best. Then it's Aye, then it's PG Tips, and then it's Tetley. And then after that, oh, I don't know really. I have mentioned it before, but definitely Yorkshire, then the PG Tips, and then Tetley. And then after that, maybe, oh, I don't know, but I really do like PG Tips Gold. In fact, I've got that somewhere in the cupboard actually. I didn't really notice I did, but I have. It's in a like a gold coloured uh, like thin cardboard thing. I like that colour, like a cross between a caramelly brown colour, and it says Yorkshire Gold on it. I mean, basically, and in essence, I mean, you can, if you drink enough tea, you can distinct what's gold and what's just normal, but the gold is just slightly better. I think it might just have a tiny little bit more tea inside the bag. I'll have to have one of them today just to remind myself what it tastes like, because I can't remember. I mean, I've had the Yorkshire loads of times, and that's technically just a cross between PG Tips and Tetley, but stronger. Definitely, even if all of them taste quite similar, the Yorkshire one is easier to distinct because it is stronger. I mean, it's just a coincidence that Yorkshire is definitely 110% the greatest place I'll probably ever go to or have been to so far in my young but colourful life. But you can't distinct that for any other tea. That is nowhere near as good as the last Assam tea I've had before. So next time I brew it, leave the tea bag in for 30 seconds longer and put about that much less milk in it, and it might taste better. I mean, it does taste nice because it's no overpowering, but if you get a more authentic one, it'll be stronger. Aye, like try and get maybe Tetley or PG Tips version of that, and it'll be more authentic. Aye, because that's special selection range means that that's just their version of it. It's not proper signed off or anything, because it's not got any. Well, apart from that wee bit, it's not got any of the authentic bits on it. I'll try and. Well, when I've run out of tea bags actually, I'll go to either Tesco, Asda or Iceland and try and find a more authentic version. So I'll get the more authentic taste. Oh, and just to say, before I end this video, when I done that takeaway breakfast meal, when I had it the night before, or the evening before, because it wasn't the night, the evening before, that yogurt Lassa Indian drink that I had is officially the greatest ever yogurt based either yogurt or drink I've ever had in my whole entire life. It was better than the ones you can get out of Asda. It was so much better because it was probably done more fresher, but it was absolutely incredible. But if you want to make like a fresh one at home, you just get like about 3 or 4 frozen or fresh bits of mango, put it in a blender, a big handful of ice, big 2 handfuls of yogurt, and blend it up, and then just a wee bit of tiny little bit of honey, tiny little bit of lemon or lime, and then Bob's your mother's brother. Right, but anyhow, or Bob's your mother's brother or Bob's your cousin. Aye, right, anyhow, so, no, Bob's your uncle. Aye, Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt. Anyhow, what was I going to say there? Aye, that was it. So, Aye, the ones at Asda are not too bad. If anything, one of them is far too thick. You have to shake it like a crazy maniac. But it's not really worth the price. But considering the one that I got that evening was probably about £3.90 or £4.50, it's worth it. But when you take price out of the equation and just base it on pure unadulterated flavour, that one out of Aroma in Broxburn, West Lothian, Scotland, is the greatest yoghurt drink ever I've ever tried. Either yoghurt to have as a yoghurt or drink to have as a drink. Aye. So there you go. That's it said. Aye, I just love trying either different variations of something I've tried before or something I've never tried before. But that meal that I did have last week, which was no Sunday there, but the Sunday before that, I think. Was it? Aye, well, I think it was. Well, anyway, whenever it was, no, it was a Saturday I had it, but then I had the breakfast on the Sunday morning, because I wanted to finish it all. That whole meal that I got just on my own would have done 2 hungry people or 3 not hungry people. Aye, or I would have done 3 canapes. Aye, definitely 100%. But overall, the sauce and the onions were the best part by a country mile. Aye, so Eddie Hill. Right, that has been my review of the special selection 50 tea bags, strong and satisfying. Definitely wouldn't call it satisfying. Assam fine tea, which is Aldi's special selection version of Asian tea, but nowhere near as good as the last Asian tea I've ever tried. I don't know if I've still got them left. I might somewhere. But next I'll review the Yorkshire Gold. Yeah, next time I do a video it'll be the Yorkshire Gold. Like I said, I don't think I've done that one. Bye.